4, Section 6 of the Constitution of the State of Illinois reads in part as follows. On the first day of the January session of the General Assembly in odd-numbered years, the governor shall convene the Senate to elect from the membership a president of the Senate as presiding officer. Representatives of the media have requested permission to record the proceedings. Welcome. Hearing no objection, leave is granted. The following are appointed to the Committee of Escort for the members of the Judiciary: Senators Hastings, Hutchinson, Silverstein, Schimpf, and Tracy. Will the Committee of Escort please report to the front of the chamber to escort the distinguished members of the Judiciary into the chamber. Will the members and our guests please rise? The invocation will be offered by Father Thomas Hurley, Old St. Patrick's Church. Father Hurley.
It's an honor to be here this afternoon to offer this invocation. It was a wonderful invitation that Senator Cullerton made to me when we were in Rome. And we, and along with Governor Rauner and many others here, Susanna Mendoza, the Durbins, we were there to celebrate the elevation of Archbishop Supich to the College of Cardinals. And I think it was during a gelato that Senator Cullerton asked me if I would do the invocation. And shortly after he asked me, I ran into a guy, and he was a salesman, and he went over to meet with the Pope. And he told me that he went to the Pope as a representative, and he went in and he said, Holy Father, Tyson Chicken is willing to offer you $100,000 if you would change the words of the Our Father from "Give us this day our daily bread" to "Give us this day our daily chicken." And the Holy Father said, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that. It's an ancient prayer. He said, Tyson Chicken is willing to give $500,000 if you change the words from "Give us this day our daily bread" to "Give us this day our daily chicken." He said, my son, I can't do that. This is an ancient prayer handed down by the Lord. He said, Holy Father, Tyson Chicken is willing to give you $1 billion if you change the words from "Give us this day our daily bread" to "Give us this day our daily chicken." And he said, you got a deal. And he walked into the College of Cardinals and said, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The good news is we're $1 billion richer. The bad news is we just lost the Wholesome Bread account. So in that spirit, let us pray. Holy and mighty God, you are the author of life and the author of our joy. We come before you today to praise your holy name, to give you thanks for the work that you've entrusted to all of us. author of life, you've gathered before you in this historic place men and women, daughters and sons of Illinois, who will usher in the 100th General Assembly to continue the work of embracing and protecting the common good for those who call the land of Lincoln their home. For it will be here in the city of Springfield, in this, the capital of our state, that these, our elected sisters and brothers, chosen by the people and for the people, will come together to discuss and debate and legislate so many countless issues that will affect the citizens of our state. So give wisdom to our leaders. Help us all to use the talents and energies you have entrusted to us to create a more promising way of life for all the people. In this place, O God, mindful of the many complicated, difficult, and layered issues that impact the lives of our children and seniors and workers, the poor and family life from Chicago to Belleville, from Peoria to Rockford, from Quincy to East St. Louis, help us all, especially our elected officials, to lead with the heart of mercy and compassion. Grateful for our freedom and this democratic process, honoring the lives of our immigrant ancestors who built this great state with passion and hard work, guide us by your Spirit, O God, to vote for hope, that our Illinois will be a place the next generation can be proud of. Help us to vote for dignity and respect of all people, celebrating the gifts and the backgrounds and the creeds and colors that make Illinois and our country so great. Help us to vote for peace, that we collectively and together will end the violence that plagues our city streets and destroys the gift of life that comes only from you. Help us to vote for friendship and solidarity, that we will remember we're in this together and put aside that which divides us and work on that which unites us. Help us to vote for a hopeful future, always keeping closest to our mind and heart those who will come after us. May we build a holier and healthier and a more peaceful world for our children and grandchildren. Help us to vote for laughter and joy, that we will always remember, O God, that your desire is for us to enjoy and to honor the life and the world that you've entrusted to us. And in the same breath, O God, help us to vote for care and concern for those in Illinois who struggle the most, and those who struggle because of poverty and unemployment and addictions. May all of us, through our leadership and talents, help to alleviate the sufferings of others and restore joy to all of your creation. And finally, help us to vote for protection for those who serve us well and have the courage and bravery to put on uniforms. Watch over all of our sisters and brothers who serve as first responders in all of our communities. And finally, O God, guide us by your Spirit, that we will work hard and work together. And we offer our prayer this day in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Will the members and our guests please remain standing for the presentation of the colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. Colors will be presented by the Color Guard of Lincoln's Challenge Academy from Rantoul.
Sir, Lincoln Challenge Academy requesting permission to present colors, sir.
Permission to post the colors is granted.
Present. Oh!
Senator Cunningham will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Senator Cunningham.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for our national anthem, which will be sung by Michael Lynch.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The color guard is now dismissed.
Order. Oh!
Please be seated. I hereby appoint the following persons as temporary Senate officers of the 100th General Assembly. Scott Kaiser, Secretary of the Senate, and Joe Dominguez, Sergeant at Arms. The Secretary will now read the letter of certification from the State Board of Elections of Senate members elected on November 8th, 2016 to the 100th General Assembly. Mr. Secretary, please read the letter.
A letter dated December 5th, 2016, dear Mr. Secretary, enclosed is a list of individuals who have been elected to serve as members of the State Senate in the General Assembly, and they have been duly certified by the State Board of Elections at their meeting on December 5, 2016. If you have any questions or additional information needed, please don't hesitate to contact me. Respectfully, Brent M. Davis, Director of Elections Operations. List of the newly elected members. First District, Antonio Tony Munoz, Chicago, 4-year term. District 2, Omar Aquino, Chicago, 2 years. 4th District, Kimberly A. Lightford, Maywood, 4-year term. 5th District, Patricia Van Pelt, Chicago, 2-year term. 7th District, Heather A. Staines, Chicago, 4-year term. 8th District, Ira I. Silverstein, Chicago, 2-year term. 10th District, John G. Mulrow of Chicago, 4-year term. 11th District, Martin A. Sandoval, Chicago, 2-year term. 13th District, Kwame Raoul of Chicago, 4-year term. 14th District, Emil Jones III, Chicago, 2-year term. 16th District, Jacqueline Jackie Collins, Chicago, 4-year term. 17th District, Donnie E. Trotter, Chicago, 2-year term. 19th District, Michael E. Hastings of Tinley Park, 4-year term. 20th District, Iris Y. Martinez, Chicago, 2-year term. 22nd District, Christina Castro of Elgin, 4-year term. 23rd District, Thomas E. Cullerton, Villa Park, 2-year term. 25th District, Jim Oberweis, Sugar Grove, 4-year term. 26th District, Dan McConkey, Hawthorne Woods, 2-year term. 28th District, Laura Murphy, Des Plaines, 4-year term. 29th District, Julie A. Morrison, Deerfield, 2-year term. 31st District, Melinda Bush, Grays Lake, 4-year term. 32nd District, Pamela Altoff, McHenry, 2-year term. 34th District, Steve Stottleman, Caledonia, 4-year term. 35th District, Dave Severson, Rockford, 2-year term. 37th District, Chuck Weaver, Peoria, 4-year term. 38th District, Sue Resin, Morris, 2-year term. 40th District, Toy W. Hutchinson, Olympia Fields, 4-year term. 41st District, Christine Redonio, Lamont, 2-year term. 43rd District, Pat McGuire, Joliet, 4-year term. 44th District, Bill Brady, Bloomington, 2-year term. 46th District, Dave Kaler, Peoria, 4-year term. 47th District, Jill Tracy, Quincy, 2-year term. 49th District, Jennifer Bertino Tarrant, Shorewood, 4-year term. 50th District, William Sam McCann, Plainview, 2-year term. 52nd District, Scott M. Bennett, Champaign, 4-year term. 53rd District, Jason Barrickman, Bloomington, 2-year term. 55th District, Dale A. Reiter, Mattoon, 4-year district. 56th District, William Bill Hain, Alton, 2-year term. 58th District, Paul Schimpf, Waterloo, 4-year term. And 59th District, Dale Fowler of Harrisburg, 2-year term.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Will Justice Mary Jane Tice of the Illinois Supreme Court please come to the rostrum to administer the oath of office to the members of the Senate? Will Senators Aquino, Bennett, McConkey, and Murphy, as well as Senators-elect Castro, Fowler, Schimpf, and Tracy, please rise and be sworn into office.
We'll begin with these. Senators Hill, Bennett, McConkey, and Murphy, as well as Senators-elect Castro, Fowler, Shrimp, Tracy. Please raise your right hand, repeat after me, and be sworn. I state your name. Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
And the Constitution of the State of Illinois.
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois.
And that I will faithfully discharge the duties
I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of State Senator
of the office of State Senator
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Now, will the remaining senators please stand and be sworn? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Linda Bush,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of State Senator
of the office of State Senator
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations all.
You did not take one photo. Soon as you forget.
Thank you. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll of the senators of the 100th General Assembly.
Senator Althoff. Senator Anderson. Senator Aquino.
Present.
Senator Barrickman. Senator Bennett. Senator Bertino Tarrant. Senator Biss. Senator Bivens. Senator Brady. Senator Bush.
Present.
Senator Castro. Senator Claiborne. Senator Collins.
Present.
Senator Connolly. Senator John Cullerton. Senator Tom Cullerton. Senator Cunningham. Senator Fowler. Senator Hayne. Senator Harmon. Senator Harris. Senator Hastings.
Present.
Senator Holmes.
Present.
Senator Hunter.
Here.
Senator Hutchinson.
Present.
Senator Jones.
Present.
Senator Kaler. Senator Landak. Senator Lightford. Senator Link. Senator Menard. Senator Martinez. Senator McCann. Senator McCarter. Senator McConkey. Senator McConaughey. Senator McGuire. Senator Morrison. Senator Mulrow. Senator Munoz. Senator Murphy. Senator Nybo. Senator Overweiss. Senator Radonio. Senator Raoul. Senator Rezin. Senator Ryder. Senator Rooney. Senator Rose. Senator Sandoval. Senator Schimpf. Senator Silverstein. Senator Stottleman. Senator Staines. Senator Severson. Senator Tracy. Senator Trotter. Senator Van Pelt.
Present.
And Senator Weaver.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. A quorum is present. It is the intention of the chair to begin organizing the 100th General Assembly under the rules of the 99th General Assembly until new rules are adopted as part of the organization of the newly constituted General Assembly. The next order of business is the election of the President of the Senate of the 100th General Assembly. As required by Senate Rules 12-4 and 2-2B of the 99th General Assembly, 30 affirmative votes will be required to elect the President of the Senate. Nominations are now open. Senator Kaler is recognized for the purpose of placing a name in nomination. Senator Kaler.
Governor and members of the Senate, I rise to place a nomination for the President of the Illinois Senate for the 100th General Assembly, the name of Senator John J. Cullerton. And I'm honored to do so because I consider him a trusted friend and an able leader. He has served this body for 8 years as our president. And I remember well his first task in assuming that position in January of 2009. His first order of business was to transform the Senate into a tribunal for the purpose of bringing to trial an impeached governor. No other Illinois Senate has ever been asked to do that. For the sake of our democracy, President Cullerton's leadership during that solemn event had to be outstanding. The details had to be right. The trial had to be fair and impartial, just as the framers of the Constitution had envisioned it, and so it was. The eyes of the world were upon us at that moment, and because of President Cullerton's leadership, no one ever questioned the fairness or the seriousness of how we carried out our obligation. But that was an incredible way for a new Senate president to begin his tenure. But that showed us who John Cullerton was and is. He is not afraid to lead. He is not afraid to step into the unknown. There are several new members of the Senate here today, along with many family members and friends for whom this might be the first visit to the Capitol or their first visit to the floor of the Senate. So I'd like to tell you a little bit about our leader, President John Cullerton. He's been a member of the General Assembly for more than 30 years, and he's helped to shape our state. So let me share some perspective on how Illinois is doing. Chicago ranks 9th in job growth. Illinois ranks as the 5th top manufacturing state, number 9 in biotech, 10 in auto manufacturing. Illinois has 14 of the world's largest companies, and with our $784 billion economy, Illinois is an international center of global commerce. And Illinois is number 2 of all states in the U.S. in terms of electric grid modernization. So somebody must have been doing something right for all those years. And not to ignore our present day problems, but some things still do work in Illinois. And if you want to find out more information on that, go to illinois.gov/DCEO. Well, during his 30 years in the General Assembly, John Cullerton spent 12 of those years in the House of Representatives. He was then appointed to the Senate in 1991 to fill the vacant seat of Don Clark Netsch, who had been elected to the position of Illinois Comptroller. He's had numerous accomplishments and awards throughout his time in both the House and the Senate. He specifically developed a reputation as a champion for road safety and public health. He sponsored the state's mandatory seatbelt law and the Child Passenger Safety Act, along with other legislation aimed at protecting young drivers and ensuring safer roads in Illinois. He also sponsored legislation to ban smoking in public places. And in addition to road safety and public health, John Cullerton left his mark on many laws in Illinois regarding criminal justice reform and tax modernization. At the conclusion of the 93rd and 94th General Assemblies, he was recognized as having successfully sponsored more bills than any other legislator. And the key word there is successfully. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention his passion for education, including education funding reform. No one has more passion for education of our state's young people, actually all people, than President Cullerton. But let me tell you what I feel is really exceptional about John Cullerton's leadership and why it's so important for him to continue in his role as president of the Illinois Senate. He knows how to negotiate. He knows how to reach agreement. And that's a very special and unique skill. Roger Fisher, former dean of Harvard Law School, in his widely popular book, co-authored by William Ury, titled Getting to Yes, warns us of the pitfalls of positional or traditional bargaining versus interest-based or collaborative bargaining. An interesting footnote in the subtitle of the book, which says, negotiating agreement without giving in. What Fisher and Ury described as a useful and productive negotiating process is to create a system where a person or each side understands that the most important question